Today we are going to talk about 3 types of toxic friends who keep consuming your time, energy, and messing up with your life. 3 psychological effects give good explanations for these types of toxic friends. They are the kick the cat effect, crab bucket effect, and hedgehog dilemma. 1. Kick the cat effect. A man heavily criticized by his boss went home and saw his child jumping on the couch, so he yelled at him. Feeling very upset, the kid went out and kicked the cat that plays no part in causing it. This is called the kick the cat effect. Emotions are contagious, especially negative ones. Anger and lousy moods pass from high-ranking people to subordinates, from the powerful to the weak, and eventually to the bottom, the most vulnerable, who have no place to vent their anger and who then become the ultimate victims. Everyone has negative emotions: anxiety, nervousness, anger, sadness, disgust, etc. From an evolutionary point of view, negative emotions are means of self-protection and behaviors of resisting risks. Negative emotions are very contagious. You will be subconsciously affected by the friends who always carry the negative aura, and you are likely to become a cat kicker. It is medically proven that negative emotions, similar to the complaining we talked about in the previous video, can lead to increased secretion of vasoactive substances such as noradrenaline, resulting in vasoconstriction, increased heart rate and blood pressure throughout the body, which may lead to loss of vascular elasticity and other diseases in the long run. 2. Crab bucket effect. If you put one crab in a bucket, it could easily escape, but if there are more crabs, they immediately start to pull each other back into the bucket. This resistance occurs repeatedly anytime a crab tries to get out. The group will prevent it from escaping. This is called the crab bucket effect, also known as crab mentality. Describing members of a group will attempt to reduce the self-confidence of any member who achieves success beyond the others, out of envy, resentment, spite, conspiracy, or competitive feelings, to halt their progress. It is a way of thinking best described by the phrase, "If I can't have it, neither can you." Friends with crab mentality have typical behaviors like: 1. Always making negative comments about others. 2. Denying other people's ideas, decisions, efforts, and achievements. 3. Gloating over the mistakes and failures of others. 4. Treating others as competitors, although there is no competition. 5. Unable to cooperate with others. 6. Insecure about their own abilities, achievements, and status. Being with this type of friends is exhausting and toxic because you will start to doubt yourself and are eager to have the approval of others. You are very likely to become a people pleaser in the long run. 3. Hedgehog's dilemma. A group of hedgehogs seek to move close to one another to share heat during cold weather. They must remain apart, however, as they cannot avoid hurting one another with their sharp spines. Though they all share the intention of a close mutual relationship, this may not occur, for reasons they cannot avoid. Hedgehog's dilemma is not only about human connection, intimacy, and affection, but also a sense of boundaries between friends. Friends without boundaries are like hedgehogs full of spines that will hurt you. In fact, a true friend knows well that there are unspoken boundaries in the friendship. While toxic people without a sense of boundaries, for example, always ask for an inappropriate favor, once refused, they would accuse you of being selfish and inconsiderate. When dealing with friends who do not have a sense of boundaries, we have to show our bottom line or simply leave. Just like 2 circles, if your friend's circle is getting bigger while your circle will get smaller and smaller. The right thing to do is to stay away instead of changing your boundaries. It might not be your nature or personality to avoid such people. But as author Penny Reid once wisely said, "Don't set yourself on fire trying to keep others warm. Distancing yourself from them only means keeping yourself safe." Please like, subscribe, share, and comment below. Are there any other types of toxic friends you think should be added to the list?